In this video, I'm going to describe to you how to burn the bootloader from an Arduino UNO into some new ATMEGA328 chips that I got from DigiKey. This is how the hardware would be hooked up to burn the bootloader from an Arduino UNO into a brand new ATMEGA328 chip. And this is for the TQFP32 size package. These are a bunch of the new chips that I got. Obviously, when they come from DigiKey or any other any other supply for that matter, it doesn't come with a bootloader already burned in. So what I'm going to show you is how to actually burn the bootloader using an Arduino UNO. So I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to do that. If you look here, I also have the DigiKey part numbers for what I'm using in the setup. The first one is the actual crystal that'll be used. Hopefully you can see that there. And this is the part number for the ATMEGA 328 chips that I got. The crystal is hooked up here between pin 7 and 8, and you're gonna need a couple of capacitors. The one I have in my setup are two ceramic capacitors, which basically add up to about 20 microfarads. I didn't have a 20 microfarad capacitor, so I ended up just hooking up two 10 microfarad ceramic capacitors in parallel in order to make it into 20. So there's two of them right here. I have a 47 microfarad electrolytic type capacitor between the VCC or the 5 volt and ground, and there's a 120 ohm resistor right here between pins 29 and 4. So the schematic's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to jump next to the actual hardware and how it is hooked up. So moving on to the hardware setup, this is how everything is hooked up. I had earlier shown you the schematic on how things are connected. Now, as you can see here, there's a standard Arduino UNO, and this chip obviously has a bootloader on it. So what I want to do is basically burn the bootloader that's on this chip onto the brand new chips that I got here from DigiKey. I have a dip socket here that allows me to basically drop these brand new chips into the setup so that I can easily program it. So let me go ahead and place the new chip on here. Just have to make sure that pin 1 is aligned with this guy right here. So you see pin 1 has a little dimple on it. So it should be good. Go ahead and close it up. So as I had mentioned earlier, in the components that I'm using, this is a 120 ohm resistor. This is the crystal right here, as you can see. The new chip needs a crystal in order to work correctly. And these are the two 20 microfarad capacitors, as I had mentioned earlier as well. I have two ceramic 10 microfarad capacitors connected in parallel to make it 20, so I have 4 of them right here. And this is the 47 microfarad electrolytic type capacitor. And I have all my pins hooked up here, 11, 12, 13, and 10. And I also have ground right here. And this is the 5 volt that will provide power to the new chip during the burning of the bootloader. Let's see now what you have to do in the Arduino IDE in order to burn the bootloader. So after you start the Arduino IDE, you'd go to File, Examples, and open up the Arduino ISP program. Now this program will have to be loaded into the Arduino UNO that you have connected to the new chip that you want to burn the bootloader with. So you'd have to first upload this to the Arduino UNO. So let's go ahead and do that. So now it's uploading it to the Arduino UNO. At this point, you also want to make sure that your Arduino UNO, the programmer, is set Arduino as ISP. And now you're ready to burn the bootloader. Since you have the hardware already hooked up, you just have to go Tools and Burn Bootloader. So at this point it's burning the bootloader, and you would see the LEDs on the UNO flashing, and that's it. The bootloader burning process is done. At this point the bootloader that was on the Arduino UNO chip, or the ATMEGA328 chip that's on the Arduino UNO, is now burnt onto the new chip that's connected to it. That's it. We'll now initiate the bootloading process from the Arduino IDE and show you the lights blinking on this thing. So you should see these lights right here, the TX and RX blinking. And I just hit burn bootloader. As you can see, they're blinking right there. Should take a few seconds, and done. So that's it. Now the bootloader that was on this chip right here is in the new ATMEGA328 chips that I have in this dip socket right here. So it was that quick and easy to get the bootloader burned from an Arduino UNO into a brand new ATMEGA328 chip. Now, in order to show that the bootloader process, or the burning of the bootloader into the new chip worked, I have a blink LED sketch loaded into the new chip. I removed the existing chip from the Arduino board and connected the VCC, ground, and crystal, and the port that's connected to the LED pin 13 here, and hardwired it from the header directly into the dip socket. So that way I can actually load programs into the new chip that I have. And as you can see, the blink LED sketch is working, so this showed that the bootloader process worked successfully. Thanks guys for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope it'll be useful to you. If you want to be notified of my future videos, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks, bye.